is building. The relentless throb of beating hearts, nervous energy waiting to explode. Of gladiators arming themselves for battle to test their vigor and spirit in a war that both enemies love.
And as he is, he's a handful.
Some rivalries build over centuries, but this one has taken just 6 years. In half a dozen spine-tingling seasons, it's become the fiercest rivalry in the modern game.
He's redeemed himself.
Football's biggest stage has witnessed every edition of this rivalry. Grand Final Day 2008, the Hawks caused a massive upset, clinching the unexpected flag.
Hawthorn, the champions.
The Cats went on to win 11 in a row against their bitter rivals.
Siren's gone. They've done it again. They've done it again, the Cats.
Tonight, expectation is in the air again.
Burgoyne to put them in front. He doesn't miss, and they're coming now.
In the context of this season, it's a massive match. In the history of footy's great rivalry, it's another thriller. The Hawks and Cats in yet another epic at the G. This is Saturday Night Footy.
On all the big game forwards, so he's got an important role to play tonight. Also Gibson, he needs to get over Darcy and give that third man in. We know how good he is at that.
Yeah, I reckon that man on screen is a really interesting situation that he's in, Brian. Like, only played 6 games for the year, and at his best won the Norm Smith medal last year, but he's the sort of player that needs continuous games for form. So you would put him right on Tom Hawkins, but at times when he's just not quite switched on, it can sometimes go astray.
If they do stop Hawkins, you just wonder where the Geelong scores are going to come from. He's been their dominant goal kicker this year with 52, and the next best out there tonight is Bartel with 22. So you stop Hawkins, you can stop the Cats.
That was interesting. We've got the Lake Hawkins matchup, as we thought. At the other end, Spanger and Luke Hodge starting as forwards tonight. So there's a little bit of a strange matchup. Alistair Clarkson's thrown.
Past 15 games have attracted 75,500 on average. Expect somewhere in that region tonight. As out of the middle, the Hawks forward to Selwood on the hop. Lake had to commit and leave his man and go after Selwood, and he did it well. I'm not sure Selwood knew he was there. And now the first real counter-attack from Hawthorn all night. Hill can go to Roughhead. Roughhead can mark and continue to go if he wants. He says nope. And now a little one over the top to Hodge.
Well done to Brian Lake. It's a massive play.
For the rough. Pretty close to the man on the mark. That short, familiar approach. And there's a goal for the Hawks. Their first at the 26-minute mark. Advantage there. Roughhead again, space around the body. What about that? Rough, 2 and 2 minutes for the big man. Well, Roughhead did it really easy from the stoppage there. He's kicked 2 goals, and there is the live Coleman medal ladder as we speak.
He's nearly there.
Interception here. Gibson, Segler, Langford tucks it under the arm, runs the line of the square, and Gunston had his man underneath the footy.
That's almost the perfect play for Hawthorn, Richard. You and I both looking at each other because they forced set up for the Hawks.
Just used his forearms, didn't get the hands in the back, and they're allowing a little bit more of that this year. I loved it how Langford got the ball and took his full 10 metres and then kicked the ball long.
Ran hard in that 10 metres, didn't he, as Gunston comes in to level the scores.
Form at half-back, they refuse to do anything apart from attack this game.
Bartel, but going back again, Lewis in the hole.
Played a free kick.
So it'll go to Bartel.
I wouldn't like either. That wasn't a free kick to Josh Caddy, and you can see here, I think that's well and truly acting there by Jimmy Bartel.
Really important, fighting for survival here at the moment, the Hawks. And Burgoyne gets a free.
Jordan Lewis just went down off the footy in that last play. He's back up and running okay at the moment. Really just un-Hawthorn-like performance we're seeing at the moment. They really need to find something.
Have a look at this. Lewis has got Hale on. Hale can run into an open goal from here. Marks 30 out. And there's the one they needed. Finally, the Hawks get one. Lewis again, the third man up. Surprised they let him run at the ball when he's near the stoppage. And do that so often. And that mark will count here. To Shields, goes back inside, and there's Lewis. So this is just starting to heat up for the Hawks. Lewis from about 45 metres. Normally a reliable kick. This needs to work back a little. He has, he's got it. The Hawks, 2 in a row. Clean hands on it, couldn't work Gunston to Smith. Oh, he got Blitzarves high with the forearm there. Umpire said nothing illegal about it. Langford, who just gets angry in there. And he's won himself a free.
I think he's shown some great signs, Will Langford, Richo. He's probably, along with a handful of his teammates, really playing for a permanent spot at the side.
An opportunity to bring the margin back to 15 points. With just under 7 minutes remaining in the quarter. He's got it working nicely. They're back, the Hawks, back to within 15. And Caddy all combining here out of defence. That's a risky kick. It was in the air. Hawthorn players surrounding. Mitchell to Birchall again. This time short ball, Piopolo. Too far out, I think. Hill's lurking over the back. Gives it again to the left foot of Birchall. And this is better. Now Brust.
Yeah, Cats will be a bit flat there, allowing Birchall to deliver the football, but then
a bit of time left on the clock. That needs to bend, and it is. Beautifully crafted by Brust. And they're back within 9.
He's feeling like at the moment.
He's looking like
it's looking left.
Looking left, isn't it? The setup? No, it's right. In he comes. It's a low footy. McIntosh is on the line. Did he touch it? Let's have a listen.
He stabbed it, didn't he?
When the ball hit the post, I just want to check it didn't cross the line first.
That's a goal. Now, from that angle, that's a goal.
Can you be conclusive, though, Russell? Is it?
Okay, let's have a look.
Review complete.
It is.
Touch before the line.
Now, I reckon it's the other way. How can that be from that angle, which is side on that we just saw? How can that be?
Well, I'm comfortable if he says inconclusive umpires call behind, but not to say conclusively touch before the line. Geez, our score reviewers are having some weird moments of late.
Gee.
Your explanation's right, Das, there.
But that's the camera angle we're all wanting on the line. We got the camera angle on the line, and I thought it showed, well, who knows. But here's Hale. He'll make a certainty of it from directly in front. Let's have a look again.
But
yep.
Go back to
and that's a fair call. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
But it's certainly not the other way. Here is Hale. He kicks the goal, and they are back within 2 points.
Well, this commitment from David Hale, not for 1 second was he not looking at the football then. What a great
shoulder. Good call. There's Selwood. Touched off hands. Murdoch now tackled by a couple. The turnover's complete. Burgoyne really wide to Brust. So all of a sudden, the attacking full-on side now looking like it's Hawthorn. Gibson to Hodge.
How good a kick's Burgoyne? Just off 1 step. He never looks like missing a target. I think they call him Silk, don't they, down at Hawthorn? That's what he is.
Gibson. Langford, juggling mark, got it. Has a crack, this kid.
He's a brilliant player. I love what he brings to the table. He can tag the spot. He's a brilliant athlete. Remember his dad, Chris Richo, you would have played on him. One of the great athletes ever to play the game. And Will Langford, he's just showing that he has to be in this side.
Absolutely.
5 goals, 5 to 1 goal as it stands. Hawthorn are going to hit the front after the siren for a 3/4 time. Langford has drilled the goal. He's got it. Hawthorn in front. Crowd is up and about. Players come from everywhere. And it is officially on here at the MCG.
Every player on the ground got to Will Langford for the Hawks. Look at the momentum, Brittle, as we go into 3/4 time.
Look at the Hawks running and look at the Cats with saggy heads. Langford stares it down, flexes in Popeye fashion.
Oh, the double cobra.
Oh, he has.
The double cobra.
Stay with us. Stay with us. Brilliant stuff here at the MCG. Hawthorn by 4 points. Hawthorn to the right of screen, City end. Good subs there, Simpkin the sub, both subs been activated. Shields, little snap around the body. Can you believe it? The Hawks by 10 points. What about this from the Hawks? 7 goals in 19 minutes of actual footy here.
Against Hawthorn in big games, kicked that one after the siren from not too dissimilar a position.
See what Hawthorn have done in this second half that's been so different to that first half. They have rebounded out of their back 50 unbelievably well, and they've done it again here, just flying the ball through the middle of the ground.
The fast, long-striding Isaac Smith. He missed Sewell. Here comes Roughhead, though, pursued by Taylor. Now Puopolo, who always looks like he's bursting out of his jumper, gave it to Sewell. Sewell a high ball. Here's Segler.
Well, that is a big moment for that man there. He was no way near in their plans to be playing in the finals, but he's a great competitor, and if he can do that, he's got a spot in this team.
Who do you think will play, Das?
I think at the moment I'd be picking Segler. I think I reckon Alistair Clarkson likes his ruckman to be aggressive and competitive. I don't think he cares too much about the finesse, and at the moment he's got his nose in front.
Well, here he is to kick the Hawks out to 15 points early in the last quarter, and he certainly achieves that.
That Riola's probably the one that, if he is fit, would definitely come back in the side, but I think he'd probably play Sewell.
Birchall again, Roughhead stands, no one near him. Caddy looks around, delighted the supporters. Indeed, here's the Rough. Gets the goal. Hawks by 21. Simpkin. Puopolo, Lewis withdrew the handball and now gives it to Langford, who was under some Rivers pressure but somehow got it to Sewell, who centres the ball to Hale, and Hale's kicked a couple tonight.
15 gone.
Hale to make it very difficult for them. Third goal to David Hale. Hawthorn by 28.
Well, he's just about rubber stamped himself for me, Segler. Hale, if he has to play, Segler might have just put his nose in front of Big Boy McAvoy.
Big Boy sitting in the stands here tonight. Here's Sewell. He just got a sneaky little look, and I think a nail in the coffin for the Hawks. Game 198 for this man, Brad Sewell, will play his 200th in Hawthorn's first final this year. So what matter to these two sides? But nevertheless, a little bit of a dent in the mental game. In favour of the Hawks tonight, 23-point victors.
Well, Louis, just tell me, what got said at half-time? What an incredible second half of footy.
All I remember was Clarko didn't draw breath there and singled a few blokes out, but it just goes to show you've got to believe in yourself and believe in your game plan. And we were a bit scratchy early. We probably overused the ball a little bit and played into their hands, but we're more composed in the second half, and our skills were a lot better, a bit rusty. It's a big crowd, it's a big occasion, but we settled in the game after half-time.
A lot of people from the outside were saying, well, what's this game going to be played like? Are you going to keep a few things up your sleeve? But you could tell by the reaction of the players, this meant a lot tonight, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think you want to play with form going into finals. You want to make sure you're cherry ripe, and it was a slow start. Maybe it's a trip back from Perth, we don't know, but we certainly were running on top of the ground that last half, and we used the ball really well.
To be able to score like that in the second half, it's got to give you massive belief going into the finals that even if you are behind, you can really put on a bit of pressure on the scoreboard.
Yeah, we've always had belief that we can pile on goals in quick succession, so we're a bit down at half-time. There's no doubt we weren't playing our best footy, but when we started to use the ball really well, gave our forwards a chance one-on-one, and you can see how dangerous they are.
Well done tonight, mate. You're sensational.
Thanks,
Great job.
Yeah, Jordan Lewis there wearing that Hawthorn back-to-back premiership jumpers, I reckon, 88, 89 on the front of the chest of the players there.
That was the last time they did go back-to-back, 88, 89. That's what they're trying to achieve this year. Let's get back down to Lingy.
Das, I've got our new favourite player, Will Langford. You're absolutely sensational tonight. We just spoke to Jordan Lewis about what got said at half-time. What did you take out from Clarko? Because the footy was incredible and your own form was incredible in that second half.
I think we probably just weren't manic enough for the contest around the contested footy in the first half. So I think it's pretty basic footy. Did tight games like this against sensational team Geelong. It's got to be strong, tough in the contest, and we're much better in the second half. That really fueled our game. We're able to get the ball forward and just put pressure on and play footy in our half.
Did your role change? You seemed to start on Stevie Motlop early, but then almost had free rein to play midfield forward. Is that right?
Yeah, I was running with Mots in the first half, which was obviously part of the backline rotation, and we just changed the balance of the team a bit, and I went through the midfield and then spent a bit of time forward as well.
And nice to hit the scoreboard too, kick a couple of goals.
Yeah, it was nice. So everyone always loves kicking a few snaggies, so it's good. But like I said, we've got Collingwood next week, and then a big final series. So can't get too carried away. Just head down, keep working hard. Hopefully things pan out the way we like them to.
Well, I'm sure it's an exciting final series coming out. Well done tonight, mate. Great effort.
Thanks, Anthony.
They tell us he's the brainiac down at Hawthorn. He said not manic enough. Well, he was in that third quarter.
Yeah, he plays like an absolute fanatic, he does, Will Langford. And his father, Chris, as you all know, BT, an AFL commissioner, one of Hawthorn's greatest ever players, one of the great athletes in the game. And
by 23 points. Enjoy this if you're fans of the Hawks. So win number 16 for the Hawks.